Welcome to the next episode of The American Dream, the only national show that combats negative media and gives you local flavor from your own neighborhoods. On today's show, we're focusing on the best of January. We're going out to Miami, Boise, and our very own San Diego, California, America's finest city, to show you some of the best stories from all across the country. Let's start the American Dream right now.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
All right, today's show is centered around the best of from January. But before we go into our national storyline, first, we're going into your own backyard to show you what's happening in your neighborhoods. Let's go check it out.
Hi, Mimi Bone here with the Bone team at Keller Williams Realty. Today we're in the beautiful town of Dripping Springs, and we have our Dripping Spring expert, Ashley Tullis, tell us why this community is so amazing to live in.
Hey y'all, Ashley Tullis here. Welcome to Dripping Springs. Today I'd like to share with you all the amazing things that make Dripping Springs a great community. Today we've gotten started here in this home, just in the Butler Ranch subdivision. The home is almost 3,000 square feet, your standard 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, extra study, and of course an outdoor dining area for you to partake in. Today I'm going to walk you through all the amazing things that our community has to offer. You know, everything really is bigger in Texas, and this home is no exception. Boasting almost 3,000 square feet of living space, just off the front door, you're gonna have your formal dining. Opening into a spacious open concept, then you have your breakfast nook. If that's not enough dining for you, we even have an amazing outdoor dining space and outdoor kitchen for you to utilize too. Can you imagine waking up in this spacious master retreat, looking just out the windows at the Texas Hill Country rolling hills? Of course, your day's gonna have to start and you're gonna have to get ready. Well, what better place to do that in this giant bathroom? Once again, everything's bigger in Texas. I'm pretty sure this shower is even bigger than my dorm room in college. Butler Ranch Estates is a short drive from the heart of Dripping Springs, where residents can find multiple retail and dining options. Outdoor lovers will enjoy walking the trails at Charo Ranch Park, watching the birds at Ranch Park, or challenging their friends to sports at the local sports and rec park. Locals often frequent the Salt Lick nearby for its legendary barbecue. Served by award-winning Dripping Springs ISD, Butler Ranch Estates is the perfect haven from the hustle and bustle of the city living, while still maintaining a close proximity to modern conveniences. With our dark sky community and award-winning schools, the wedding capital of Texas, trademarked by the way, home to countless breweries, distilleries, and wineries, Dripping Springs is the perfect place for your next home sweet home.
I'm Shelby Lapine with Priority Settlement Group of Texas, and I'm here today with Ashley Tullis, who just showed us her beautiful listing she has in Butler Ranch. So thank you so much for letting me tag along and come here to Wild Birds, and I'm so excited to learn more about it.
I'm here today with Amanda Bustillos, owner of Wild Birds Unlimited, talking a little bit more about what Dripping Springs has to offer. Tell us a little bit about birding and what you guys do at Wild Birds to reach out to our community here in Dripping Springs.
Dripping Springs is an extremely unique area, especially when it comes to watching the birds. It's a great place to get outside and enjoy everything that the Hill Country has to offer. It comes with a lot of responsibility, and that's feeding the birds, offering the birds water, and making sure they're taken care of, because this was their home first. The Dripping Dripping Springs Ranch Park has become a really popular place for most events here in town to take place because it is only 5 minutes away. And so with the pond there, we knew it would be a great place for what they're now calling the Taj Mahal of all bird blinds. Beautiful bird blinds. So please get out there and check it out. And the Birding Club did a lot of fundraising. So did the Master Naturalist, and we got to be a part of that too. So it was really incredible to see how much our town really loves getting outside and taking care of nature. And that was really shown in the fundraising for this. Connecting with nature is one of the most important things anyone of any age can do.
What types of species are people gonna see on their nature walks when they're out and about here in Dripping?
So we have our birds that stay all year long that everyone looks forward to seeing no matter what time of the year it is, like cardinals, chickadees, wrens. And then there's birds that you look forward to coming at certain times of year, like the painted bunting. People who have been living here in Dripping Springs are noticing themselves the decline of birds we're seeing in the backyard. And that's why we are so passionate about educating everyone who comes into the shop about why it's important to take care of them.
I know you have a really unique story. Could you share with us how you're fulfilling your American dream?
I was really honored when my mom and dad asked me to join the family business here in our hometown. I grew up here, was born and raised here in Dripping Springs. Our town here in Dripping Springs is just the greatest at supporting local businesses. We kind of both quit our jobs to join the family business, and we live in an RV. We've lived in an RV for almost 2 years, but it's been the best risk we've ever taken. Things are going really well, and we're excited to see where things go here in our hometown of Dripping Springs.
Definitely doesn't get more American than that. Amanda, thank you so much for joining me again, guys. This is Amanda Bustillos, our local hometown girl here in Dripping Springs. I'm Alyse Tellis. I really appreciate you guys joining us today, and we'll see you again soon.
Don't you hold on to this with me. Won't you hold on to this? Don't think you realize how rare this is. Don't you hold on to this with me. With me.
Hey guys, what makes Austin the live music capital of the world? Today we're going to talk to one of the institutions of the Austin music scene, Straight Music. Then we'll talk to Kalu James, an inspirational singer-songwriter here, and we'll finish up with a beautiful rehab home. We're here with Rollin at Straight Music. Rollin, you guys have been open since '63. What do you think made Straight Music such a big thing in the Austin scene?
Well, when Dan initially opened the store, it was just pianos only. Once the Beatles came on, we started carrying Vox amplifiers, and from them, we started carrying guitars and everything else just because we wanted to keep up with the times.
That makes complete sense. I always love that when I come here, the people working here seem to genuinely care about my experience and whether or not I'm getting what I need. I've heard so much about your great programs for kids to get into music. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Actually, Clint Straight, one of the owners, is on the board of directors for Kids in a New Group. These kids that are foster kids are actually moved from, home to home sometimes. So what Kids in a New Groove does is they pair them with teachers to help them kind of have some kind of consistent mentorship, as they go from home to home sometimes. And they also teach them, how to play guitar, how to sing, how to play the piano, etc.
That's an incredible program. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Of course,
yeah.
Why'd you love me? It can't be my smile on my belly. What you see in me, I've been trying to see. Can't get my mind around that.
If you haven't met him already, I would love for you guys to meet Kalu James. Kalu, thank you so much for being here with us. Heck yeah. So you are in the Austin music scene. Why do you keep performing? Why do you love it so much?
Well, I've been here for 13 years now, and when you're in a place where you have organizations and businesses like Straight Music, there really is no other place that has organizations like that
such a strong support group for Austin music,
for music in
for
general.
their health, for their well-being.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And you're not originally from the States. How do you think that influences your music? Can you tell me something about that?
Well, born and raised in Nigeria, moved to the U.S. 19 years ago.
Nice.
And the spectrum of music that I was open to and have been influenced by. And Austin is one of those places where that just finds a way to merge because everyone here is from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you can kind of tell that during Christmas or holidays because the roads are clear.
But I'm too careless that I lose your love. 'Cause my disregard for rules always gets to you. But somehow you're still here. My lips shall
And then why do you think Austin is the live music capital of the world?
It's not hard to see. You know, on a Monday here, you have more music here than you have in other places on a Thursday or Friday night. And it's a progressive city where everyone is, you know, trying to better themselves, mental, physically, spiritually. So I think that is the core. I've been here 13 years and I usually get the itch after 5 years, and I don't see myself going anywhere. So.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Thank you so much for talking.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Honey, to be in love with me.
Do you need to sell your house, but it's not quite up to date and you don't want to give away $60,000 worth of equity to someone else who's going to buy it and do a flip? Well, let me show you how we did it. So in this remodel, we helped our seller redo all the floors, all the trim, and all the paint. You can see a nice dining room here where everything has been redone from bottom to top. Here in the kitchen, we've got brand new everything. Countertops are new, cabinets are painted, new sinks and fixtures, makes everything look brand new.
In the end, sometimes you just need to be able to walk away. There are lots of services out there that allow you to do that, but they take 20% of the house price in addition to the cost of repairs. And that just makes my heart hurt. We actually care about you and want you to have that. So we get you the financing, we get you the contractors that do a great job, and we end up getting you top dollar for your house, and you get to keep as much of that as possible.
So in this case, instead of giving that $50,000 or $60,000 to the discount buyer who's going to do that work, let us do it for you, and you can have it.
You get to keep it. Thank you guys so much for watching.
We're the Heart of Austin Homes team. See you next time on American Dream.
All right, the national storyline is coming up next, but before we do that, let's stay local and see the next story from your neighborhood. Let's check it out.
So what's the first thing you think of when I say Austin? Many people would say, well, Austin is the capital city located deep in the heart of Texas, and they'd be right. Some people would say that Austin is a great place to go and hear live music. They would also be right. Today, we're venturing into the historical heart of Austin, an area known as Bolden Creek, to see some new construction from Joseph Design and Build. But I can't bring you guys to the Bolden Creek area without stopping by a place that's very near and dear to my heart, near and dear to the heart of drummers all over the U.S., Tommy's Drum Shop. So live music is at the heart of what makes Austin, Austin. And at the heart of any good live band is the drummer. And for more than 40 years, Tommy's Drum Shop has been the go-to spot for touring musicians and local drummers who have made the Austin music scene what it is today. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Tommy Robertson. Tommy, thank you so much for your time, for meeting us at the shop today. How about you share with us a little bit about what makes Tommy's so special?
Well, we are a specialty shop and been doing it for quite a few years, and so we service a lot of people in the industry, everything from beginners to professionals. It's great because this is something I've been doing my whole life. And
so you mentioned it's like the 40th?
41st.
41st anniversary of the shop?
Yes, yeah, that's right. That's right.
So awesome.
Oh, well, you know, I kept on going with them, trying to get it right.
Deep roots. That's so awesome.
I try not to micromanage everything, but I am totally engaged with what goes on in every day. I have a certain formula of the way I do things, and I've refined it over the years, and that's how I've managed to hang on.
I absolutely love that. That's one of my favorite parts about Tommy is, you know, obviously the heritage, but also that Tommy is so engaged in the community. He's so engaged in the business. You've been such a part of my history coming up as a drummer in the area. I hear so many stories, local musicians, local drummers, like, oh, you got to check out that Tommy's shop.
It doesn't matter if it's a beginner or if it's somebody that you would recognize, a big name, whatever. I'd want them to all be treated equally because they all count. It's just a matter of us, you know, being into it. All my guys play. They have to be players.
I think that's
to be
key,
here.
man.
It's got to be. We welcome people who want to learn the instrument come in, but we want to definitely have people who are knowledgeable about what they're doing.
Getting the good counsel, getting the good stuff, and just, you know, being in a community of drummers, walking to the shop, I get that sense. I hope you guys do when you visit. Tommy, man, thank you so much for your time. I greatly appreciate it. We're gonna head up the street and check out some real estate.
That sounds good.
Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you so much.
All
One
righty.
drummer to another, right?
That's it. So the 1608 South 2nd Street property is a unique design that truly captures the heart of progress meeting luxury, of function meeting modern architecture befitting of a property located in Texas's capital city. Now, this is a unique deal that we're seeing today because oftentimes these properties are developed separately. Sometimes the guest house is even sold separately. So definitely a unique offer that we're seeing with both properties today. The main home located to the back of the property is a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, just under 4,000 square foot home, whereas the guest house is 2-bedroom, 2-bath setup at just over 1,000 square foot. Both properties, of course, are outfitted with the best of the best in modern smart home technology, luxury finishes, and floor-to-ceiling windows. But let's take a closer look at the main house. So I just love how the wood accents play up against and they pop out against the Santa Barbara finished stucco. And this beautiful, nicely landscaped courtyard really gives us a sense of what we're gonna find when we head inside. Now, of course, this property is decked out with Wolf and Sub-Zero appliances. You've got this exotic herringbone oak flooring, these beautiful quartzite waterfall style counters, but you'd expect that when you're buying in the $3 to $4 million range. What sets this property apart, makes it so special, it's not just the attention to detail, it's the way the property is laid out. You know, when you're investing at this level, you really want a home that's not just functional, you want a home that's gonna inspire you. You know, you want, of course, all the different entertaining spaces and the wide open layout and the pool and all those things, but you also want a spot to get serious and get some work done. This house has it all. Iconic property, iconic area. Today we visited Tommy's. We saw the best of the best. Thank you so much for joining me today. Mack, Linan, Pure Realty. We'll catch you next time on American Dream TV.
Welcome to Our American Dream. We're the Pope team, Bryan and Stephanie, in Dripping Springs, Texas, just outside of Austin in the beautiful hill country.
We want to show you Milton Reimers Park, which is right in our backyard. It's our backyard playground, and it can be yours as well.
So this is our favorite spot at this whole Reimers Ranch. This is the Pedernales River. The ranch has over 3 miles of continuous coverage of this gorgeous river. The river starts in southeastern Kimball County and flows all the way into Austin via the Colorado River, where it becomes Lake Travis. Milton Reimers Ranch is a 2,400-acre ranch in Travis County with almost 3 miles of continuous frontage on the Pedernales River. It provides a lot of activities, including hiking, fishing, swimming, rock climbing, mountain biking, equestrian trails, and there's even an astronomical observatory.
This region was first inhabited close to 11,000 years ago. And there are hundreds of archaeological sites throughout the region, which reflect a constant human presence since prehistoric times. More recently, the Comanche, Apache, Tonkawa, the Jamano Indians, they all inhabited this area, followed by the Spanish explorers and missionaries who had first contact with the Texas Indians. If you look around, you may just find an arrowhead or a spear point. Travis County was created in 1839, the same year that Austin became the Texas capital, just 2 years after Texas won its independence from Mexico.
Mr. Reimer bought the land from Mr. Hamilton, who owned it in the 1800s where he grazed cattle. The Reimer family used it for grazing goats until the goat industry bottomed out, when they shifted to sheep grazing. You will see evidence of its ranching past in things like partially hidden, really old homestead and ranch equipment, remnants of an old wood-burning stove and a bunch of blue-stem grass over here, or an old horse-drawn plow laying permanently at rest in a cactus patch. The golden-cheeked warbler is an endangered bird that nests in central Texas between March and September, migrating to Mexico or northern Central America for the winter. They eat the insects found on the leaves and bark of oaks and ash junipers, commonly known as cedar trees, and they build their nests from the cedar bark. In 1996, the Balcones Canyonland Conservation Plan was created to protect the birds. Here at Reimer's Ranch, the golden-cheeked warbler can be seen and heard in the summer months due to the abundance of oak and ash juniper trees. Come catch a glimpse for yourself. If you'd like to learn more, the park rangers give guided tours on Saturdays from October through April, weather permitting. It's included in the regular park entrance fee. Tours usually start at 10 o'clock in the morning and last about 2 hours. You'll hike 2 to 3 miles into the backcountry area of the park where vehicles are not allowed. The staff will talk about the natural history of the land, and you'll see some gorgeous hill country trees and native species. To enjoy a great, quiet afternoon here on a beach in Central Texas, come on over to Reimer's Ranch.
Join us on the next American Dream.
All right, hope you enjoyed your local story. Now, we're going to switch gears and go to the national storyline, the best of segments from the show, starting in Miami, Florida, with Catherine Ryan. Let's go check it out.
And welcome to the American Dream in Miami. My name is Catherine Ryan, and I'm your local real estate expert. We don't just sell homes, we also sell land, because for a lot of people, owning a home is not only the American dream, but building your own home. So we have a lot of pieces of land for sale, and Mark Twain said, buy land, they're not making it anymore. So we have the following pieces of land for sale. A multi-family lot in Coral Gables, prime location. You can build 11 units and 15,000 square feet. We have 2 pieces of land for sale in Coconut Grove. One is almost 10,000 square feet and the other one 8,000 square feet. You can build amazing homes on both of those lots. Okay, so now I'm taking you to Hibiscus Island. Hibiscus Island is a man-made island in Miami Beach, and it has been created in 1922 along with Palm Island and Star Island. The properties here are mostly on the water. You do find some houses that are not on the water, but we are looking today at a beautiful property on the water. It is under construction, so please have some imagination because I want you to show how this building process works. And we are meeting one of the top builders and developers. He's building right now 17 homes, and he will show you how he does the whole project from start to finish. Well, I'm really excited to check out this beautiful home under construction right now. As many of you know, I love construction and dirt, and I really love seeing developments come to life. So let's go check it out. here with Lionel Nicolai, one of the top builders and developers of luxury homes in Miami. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you very much to invite me.
You're very welcome. So tell us, I mean, you talk to so many people in Miami that come to you and say, hey, Lionel, I want to build a home. What do those people want, and what is important to those people that want to build a home in Miami?
Thank you very much. A very interesting question, because a lot of people want to have a new home, because the new construction with a new code, you have a higher house, very higher, so then it's very safe for them, and they want to have a high-end finishes with a new product from the world, and to have a perfect quality of the house compared to the other one.
Oh, okay, so basically you probably have a lot of people that are very wealthy that are looking for the best of the best, right?
Exactly, they want the best of the best, and they want to decide and to design the inside with them color. They want to create them American house, American dream house.
Oh yes, we all want the American dream house, right? All right, great, so let's take a look around.
Okay, let's go.
A lot of my clients that are looking into buying land, they want to buy land because they want to build a house, because it's very intriguing to them that they get to pick their own finishes, that they have a brand new home that has never been lived in. But a lot of them are skeptical because they don't know how much time is involved from their side, how often they have to come to check on the progress, if they have to oversee the construction. How does it work with you?
With us is around more or less 18 months. What we do is what makes us special is we do a big pre-construction work. During 1 month we study all the plans with a different architect, designer and engineer, and the owner chose what he wants, and we chose before to start to work. The owner chose his bathroom, his kitchen, the floor, the design. Everything is chosen before. Then, during the construction, what he can do is with our software, he can follow up the construction from the beginning to the end on our software with the pictures, with a video. He can put a comments to the project manager to ask him a question, and he doesn't need to come because a lot.
So you take care of everything?
We take care of everything, and he just have to come to give him the key.
So, okay, let me summarize that. So the client picks all their finishes up front, and then they hand them over to you, and you take over, and then in the end, you just give them a house. Is that how it works?
Yes, exactly. Like
wow. I know for sure that my affluent clients will love that they have no headache, they pick what they want, they get it all done, and they don't have to supervise anyone. I love that. So they can pick everything and follow the progress on your software.
Exactly.
I really love that. Lionel, thank you so much for this beautiful tour. I'm quite impressed with your work, and I can't wait to see the finished product.
Thank you very much. You will come back.
Yeah, I will come back and check back on the project, and I'm pretty sure our viewers were very, very impressed. Thank you all so much for watching The American Dream today. And if any of you is interested in building a home in Miami or Miami Beach, contact us, reach out to us. We have price lists and we have all the resources you can think of. You all have a beautiful day.
All right, your next best of segment, we're going to one of the coolest small towns in the U.S., Boise, Idaho, and we're going to go explore the entrepreneurial spirit with Jesse Taft. Let's go check it out.
If you haven't already heard, Boise and Meridian are two of the fastest growing cities in the nation, and with the massive growth comes a huge demand for housing, and new construction has quickly become one of the most prevalent purchases out in the area, from entry-level homes to full-blown custom. You can find it all out here, and today we're going to bring you to one of the most innovative builders in the area, Lasher Enterprises, and their new build in Cabin Ridge out in Meridian. Awesome. So we made it inside, nice and warm by the fire, and here with Brady Lasher, owner of Lasher Enterprises. So yeah, give us a little bit of background about yourself, living and building in the area.
Yeah, I've been living in Boise for pretty much my whole life, around Boise, I guess. I mean,
one of the few.
One of the few that's been here forever, yes. So yeah, I went to college here, went to high school here, went to college, graduated, and basically, yeah, started my own building company. My family's been in the Valley forever as well. My grandpa was a builder back in the 70s. And,
oh, wow, okay.
And my dad has been a builder for the last 20 years, and then I started my company about 5 years ago, and yeah.
The home we're standing in, give us a little bit of background or information about this one, and then we'll kind of dive into the details and let you give us a tour.
Yeah, no, this home is 2,800 square feet, just a little over 2,800. It feels much bigger than that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just got huge
Massive
ceilings.
Yes.
Yeah, every house that we build, that's the cool thing about us is we're custom builders, so everything we build is like drawn by hand, it oriented in a way that the site fits it. You got killer views of Bogus, you know, you got a bunch of recreation in Boise. That's your goal, is to look at all of that.
So even throughout the build process, you and your team, which it sounds like is your wife, helping out with some of the design, come in during framing, during drywall, and start to select some of the finishes and maybe some of the accents wall that we'll showcase here in a little bit.
Yeah, no, we've got, I mean, me and my wife are primarily the designers in it. We've got a great team around Boise. Like I said, we've been in Boise for so long.
Yeah,
we've got a great group of subs. We've got designers at each place. We always do our stuff through certain tile companies and certain cabinet companies, and all of them are custom. That's the cool thing about us. We don't buy anything. Our cabinets are custom built. It's pretty cool. Getting something exactly what you want and tailored to what you want. I mean, a home's a big purchase, and it's getting bigger and bigger every year. So it's something, if you're going to invest that much money, you want it to be what you want.
Yep, exactly.
You want it to be what you want.
Yep,
Each home's different.
At the end. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the tour. This home is spectacular, and this one in particular, like you said, is custom built. It is sold, but I know you have a handful more coming up. And
oh yeah, a lot more under construction right now. We're always building something. It's hard to keep them on the market nowadays, but yeah, no, I definitely appreciate the opportunity to show you the house.
Cool. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And if you guys have any questions for myself or for Lasher Enterprises, want a home like this, give us a call. Let's get you inside one.
Coming up next, the best of segment in San Diego, America's finest city, where this show started. Seth O'Byrne is going to show us the science behind why we love views. Let's go check it out.
For those of us that have been selling luxury real estate for a very long time, it's commonly known that the higher you are up in a building, the more valuable it is. In fact, each floor comes with a different price tag that can be 2, 3, 4, and even 10 times more valuable. And the reason for that isn't just because of view. It's because when you look out at this view, there's so much more to see. You see the different moods of the morning and the twilight. You see the San Diego Bay, Point Loma, all the way out to Mexico. And there's a sense of freedom that you get up here that you just can't get on lower floors. And though it's commonplace for realtors to talk about it, this is something you need to use your senses to enjoy. We oftentimes don't question why everyone can agree on views. In real estate, it's universally the preference of everyone. For example, you might like salty foods. You might like spicy foods. You might like sweet foods. But every one of those people can all agree that a home with a view is universally more valuable. Seth, it's obvious that people love views, right? You don't have to be a genius to know that, but you do have to be a genius to understand the why behind why people love views. In fact, it's a point of contention The discussion has been fierce. Some people say it's in our DNA. Some people say it traces back to the time when we were cavemen. Some people say that it has a connection to the churches in some sense that it's more holy being higher. Some people say it's just a matter of luxury, and people with money want to be high above everything. Views are important. In fact, if you trace it back to ancient civilizations, many of them built their kingdoms at the top of mountains, not just to protect the people that lived inside of the gates, but to make a statement to the world that that kingdom ruled the entire land. And also religious leaders believed that gods lived in the mountains. That's because it was closer to heaven. And today in residential real estate, it's no different. Views denote the home as more valuable, and oftentimes the people that own homes with views more important. And with views being so important to our human makeup, it begs a simple question. Are views really a matter of desire and want, or are views a basic human necessity? Either way, today we're going to explore a property that has unbelievable views, and we're going to explain that basic question while we see an incredible house. That's cool. I got nothing else going on today. Okay. The feeling that you get here, you really can enjoy with all of your senses, because when you're this high above it all, there's a sense of stacking of history, a stacking of civilization, a stacking of art, of culture, of ideas, of creativity. And let me explain it. Right across the street from us, we have Irving Gill, who's one of the most important architects that ever walked the planet for the world of modernism. He actually made San Diego home, and in addition to creating the Marston House, he was able to develop these incredible Victorians and craftsmen and what turned into the early modernist movement. Behind him, you have Doug Manchester's the Manchester Grand Hyatt, which stood as one of the most important properties to be built as a high-rise in downtown San Diego. At that time, it was one of the only buildings that defined our skyline. And now when you look out, you see Canadian builder Nat Bosa, who built the most daring pieces of steel and glass. Of course, the most important and recent one, Pacific Gate, which is a super prime building. And so when you see a view, you see our city, but you also see a living history of our city. It's so cool because there are very few times that you can look at buildings and think of them like history books. So you see what is, but you also see what was, because that's what defines a city. That's what makes a view of a city like San Diego so incredibly important, is you get to look out at our city and open it up like a great novel. And then you have homes like this that are built into this living history, and they get to enjoy a view that took hundreds of years to create. And so when you look at the materials, the hardwood floors, the waterfall edge countertops, the frameless cabinetry, you get to appreciate the space, but really what you're buying is right behind me. But quick, let me rattle off the stats of this penthouse condo. You've got a bedroom here, another bedroom back here. It makes it a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom with a master that has a view that's so incredible. Quite frankly, you don't need a salesman to sell it. This is what everyone wants when they move to downtown San Diego. And the master bathroom is fit for a king and a queen, and quite frankly, everybody in the kingdom, because this master bathroom shower is huge. It's got a soaking tub, which is perfect for relaxing. His and hers, or his and his, dual vanity water closet, and something incredible right out this door. Running the entire length from the east side of this penthouse all the way to the front, facing the San Diego Bay, Point Loma, Coronado in downtown San Diego, is the balcony of the penthouse here at 2141. This property is really subservient to the view because someone that wants to live in this penthouse, they want to go downtown and they want to go to dinner with friends. They want to hang out. at art galleries, at nightclubs, at bars. They want to experience the San Diego Bay and everything that there is to enjoy in San Diego. But it's still connected to that ancient feeling that a view makes a property more valuable because it makes us feel better. And in many ways, San Diego becomes your kingdom in this condo. And that way, this balcony becomes your throne.
All right, that's all for today's show. Hope you enjoyed the best of segments of the American Dream of January. Thank you so much to all who brought this show alive, all of you who viewed today and follow our show on social media. Thank you so much from the American Dream team, and of course, we'll see you next week.